All right, everybody, welcome the Range Goats GC. We are joined by Talor Gooch, who shot 4 under today, and Thomas Pieters, who shot 5 under today, and Florence Pieters, who is their supporting dot today. Welcome. You guys each tell me a little bit about your round today and what it was like out there. Talor, start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good day. This golf course is not as easy as what Cam just made it look. You know, there's some tricky pins out there and some uncomfortable tee balls, and it was a blast as it was in Australia playing with TP and HV, and HV didn't have the best finish, but you know, until the last few holes, we were kind of feeding off each other all day, so it was fun out there, and you know, TP played great and made a great putt the last to beat me. But the good thing is Harold was in last of the three of us, so he owes dinner.
Thomas, tell us about your round.
Yeah, I played really well. I think my game's coming around, which is nice, is positive for me. And yeah, it was fun playing with all three of us when we saw the draw. It was we had such a good time in Australia playing together. It's so relaxed. Obviously, Harold keeps us relaxed, even down those last 3 holes. When he's hitting shots everywhere, he's still laughing. So, yeah, I'm pleased with today. Yeah.
Does it really change the dynamic for you guys playing out there with your teammates? Does it have a different feel than a normal competition day when you're playing with a mixed bag of guys?
Yes and no. I mean, we're still out there busting our butts trying to shoot the low score that we can, but you know, in between shots there's just probably a little bit more chatter than, you know, on a normal round, which is fun. And getting to see Flo out there is always fun too.
That's great. And then I will kick it over to Mike.
Well, I was going to ask, you know, you got one team at the top, you guys are together too. I assume there's some substantial benefits to playing together, and you can see that today. What do you think the main benefit is, Thomas?
One for the fans. If you like the range goats, you can see 3 at a time. Yeah, and for us, I think it's a little bit more relaxed, obviously. And when you have age in your group, it multiplies by 10. The relaxed mood, whatever. It's just funny. I mean, we were all making putts. I think we're all 3, 4, and 5 under at one point, and yeah, it's a shame Harold didn't finish it, but that's fine. He'll get back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talor, so you played here last year. You were actually the Torquay captain. Can you just kind of talk us through what it's like to come back here? It's such a different thing for you now. You've won 3 times. You're on a different team. Can it just take us through the comparison to last year to this year?
Well, first off, it's a little bit more enjoyable spending time with you guys this year than maybe last year. You know, when we showed up here last year, we didn't know exactly what to expect. And there was definitely some questions, some uncomfortable, like, you know, never played the golf course. Do we register? You know, all the little things that we're so accustomed to in professional golf, we didn't know what to expect. And there's just so much more comfort this year. We know what to expect. Everyone is confident with where things are and where things are going. And, you know, it's nice to really get back to we're competing out here, and this is about showing up and trying to win a golf tournament. And there's not as much hoopla with stuff outside of golf. So for me, and I can speak on behalf of all the players, it's nice that a year later we're here strictly business, playing golf, and not dealing with a bunch of other, you know, stuff that comes with it.
And you were one of just 9 guys that finished under par last year. You talked about the course a little bit. Did you find it, though, easier than last year?
Yeah, the greens were not as firm today. That obviously makes all the difference in the world. So a little bit of soft greens and the wind not quite up as much, and a little bit of heat. The ball's going far. And the 9th hole, that was a par 4 last year, is a par 5 now, so that's going to skew it by a shot. So, yeah, it was an easier golf course today, but that could change really quickly out here.
Just one last question from me. What's the feeling like being on the kind of heater you're on right now for the last few months?
The first hole, one of the tougher holes out here, I had about a 30-yard bunker shot and made it. You know, and it's like when those things are happening, you just want to ride the wave. You know, obviously I think my game's in a really good spot, and I think it's, you know, I know this game is always going to humble you, but I'm definitely a better player now than I was a year ago. And so hopefully the high moments last longer, and the low moments don't last quite as long. And so we'll just ride this wave as long, you know, until she bucks us.
And Thomas, I had a question. Well, never mind.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was, I was just going to ask you what it's been like to be a teammate of Talor as he's gone on.
It's easy. I mean, he keeps winning, so you can't. We're nothing but happy for him. He's killing it, like he said. Just ride it as long as it lasts, and you know he could win three or four more. So it's it's really cool, and obviously it's good for the team. So, but first of all, it's awesome to see him win.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, go ahead.
Talor, I know you've been asked a few questions about the Ryder Cup this week, but from your perspective, is the game plan to be just so good that Zach Johnson can't ignore you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to probably my voice probably isn't going to mean much. My play is what's going to matter. So just go out there and try to prove that, you know, I'm a good enough quality player that they can't deny it. And I got a couple more weeks to do that, and we'll see.
Obviously, Brooks Koepka is probably going to be in the team for you. You hope to be in the team. Do you also hope that the best Europeans who are part of LIV can be part of the European team? Yeah,
you know, I would say there's a large portion of the entire golf world that hopes just the best of the best are there on both sides of the pond. So we'll see what that looks like, but I think everybody wins when the best are playing against each other.
And just the final one for me, you spoke about everything that came with last year and this event. Just give me a little bit more of a sense of how difficult it was to focus on practice, to focus on playing golf with everything, the extra attention that came with the opening events of LIV.
Well, one funny story was last year in one of the pressers in the beginning of the week, one of the journalists took a dash from his seat towards the table at a few of us, and Jane had to come in to our rescue and be the bodyguard for us. So yeah, you know, it's quite remarkable the difference a year makes. And back to what I was saying, it's nice that we're talking about Ryder Cup, we're talking about, you know, winning tournaments, we're talking about team golf, we're talking about all the stuff that we on this side have known, you know, for the last year. People are going to love. We love it. The fans are going to love it. Everyone involved is going to realize what a great thing this is, and so it's just nice to start, you know, getting on that side of things.
Just one for you, Thomas. I think you were otherwise engaged when I asked Talor about the importance of having the best European players that are part of LIV being part of the Ryder Cup team again.
I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, he should be on. How do you not pick him? So for myself, I haven't played well enough to be on it, I think, but I feel like I could be close, but it's not my choice. It's up to them. But yeah, I mean, if I was Zach Johnson, I would definitely pick Talor. Yeah.
Thank you.
Their loss.
Thank you.
Tom?
TG, you flied it so well, and I've noticed how you really work the golf ball and around a golf course like Centurion. How does that help you? And do you think it's going to be a good thing going into Royal Liverpool in 2 weeks?
Yeah, you know, I grew up in an area of the world that it gets pretty windy, and so, you know, as we can see out here, there's going to be some wind, and so that is my comfort zone. And so, you know, I wish I could hit T-balls like he does sometimes, where I don't even have to worry about the wind. I just send it. But yeah, you know, I think as the wind continues to blow out here, it plays into my advantage.
100%. And you always talk about the rule of 67. You shot another 67 today. Do you think about that when you're coming down the stretch? Do you, in the back of your head, you're a bit like, oh, maybe I shouldn't make a birdie?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm so in the moment. You know, I always joke with my caddy, if I didn't have the scorecard, the little section to keep my own score, I would forget my scores at times. So I have I guess you would say a quiet mind out there that I'm not thinking about outcomes, results, all that. I'm just trying to hit the next fairway, next green.
Stuff. Thomas, it's good to see you play well in Europe. Does the Ryder Cup does that go through your mind at all? Do you ever think if I can win a couple of events, I'll get onto it? Is it something just you think about?
No, because I've been playing so crap, so has not crossed my mind. Yeah, I know you're tired. Not really. I mean, like, I made this decision to come to LIV, and I kind of left everything behind. And, you know, if they decide otherwise in the end, that's maybe good for me. But as of now, I'm not worried about it at all, no.
Sorry, this isn't about golf. When you joined with LIV, Mark Steinberg and Excel dropped you almost immediately. Did you have any conversations with them when you were coming to join LIV, and why do you think they got rid of you?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thanks.
Go for it.
Just a question for Taylor. Taylor, it's obviously undeniable that the strength of field in LIV Golf events is now very strong. And you're playing very well. That being said, the conversion rate through the PGA Tour through 54 holes is around 40%. So what would you say to people who suggest that maybe you shouldn't be part of the conversation, given that, you know, for the Ryder Cup, given that you play 18 holes less every week? Or when you do play.
How many days is the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that it?
I guess so.
Last one for you guys. Tell us a little bit about the fans out there today. We had big crowds. I mean, at least double, triple from what we had last year. Did you guys feel a big presence, and how were the UK fans receptive of you guys?
It's always fun playing with Harold in the UK because his caddy's from over here, and so there's always the argument of who's got the better fans, and who's got the more boisterous fans, you know. And so yeah, it was a great day out there, and obviously a little bit different than a year ago. The walking paths between holes were a little bit more crunched this year than last year. So yeah, it was awesome, and it's cool that this is starting to become the norm out here.
Yeah. Thomas, how was your experience with the fans today?
Really good. She was really loud. Kept yelling, so that's good. Yeah, fans have been good. Yeah, same as every tournament, really. But yeah, the fact that it's sold out every day is pretty cool.
That's great. Are you guys going to go watch DJ Snake? Most important question.
I'm putting her to bed as soon as I can.
It's my girl's birthday too, so I gotta go and celebrate
that's
her.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, Collins.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on Range Goats, and we will hopefully see you guys back here tomorrow. Thank you, guys.